Good morning. Good morning. Everyone is here? Good morning. Good morning. How is everyone? Fine. Okay, why are your cameras off? Please turn on your cameras. Very good. Okay. Okay. What, Rukaiya? I cannot hear you properly. Yeah, she can. Yes. Okay, 21. Who is absent? I am taking. Just 1 minute. Okay. Yes, I can see. I have the list here, complete list. Just few girls are missing. Hi, how are you? How was your weekend, girls? The best? Nothing to do. No homework. There was tests and homework and many things. Yeah, we will be having tests next week. Is Fatima here? Fatima. Is she here? Please change your name. Who is this Moosh? Please change your name so I can know who is it. Otherwise I will put absent. Who is Shema? Okay. 23. Kaya is here, Sola is here. Darlene is here. Rima is here? Fatima is not here, right? Yeah, Fatima is here? Who else didn't attend the previous period? What's wrong with your Ruqayya? Why your voice is so like, I don't know, you are sitting in a hall or something. Yeah. Hayat is here? Juman? I don't see Juman. Juman is here. Yes. Lamis? Yes. Did you see me? Yes, I ticked you already. Lana, I saw Lana. Here. Nina is here. Mayar is here. And me is here. Can I go grab water? Yes, you can. Okay, very good. This is good. Yes, everyone is here except one. Girls, I have uploaded a few worksheets on the class data in course discussion. Yeah, course materials. You need to submit these by Tuesday, I guess. I gave you worksheets. Last night what I did, I uploaded them. Sorry? But yeah, Miss Dalal told me to give you worksheets so you can do revision for the test. Okay? I will be giving you project, I will be giving you assignment. You have a lot of things from me as well. This is how it is. This is how the yearly plan is. It is not me, it is the school, okay? No, I cannot. We cannot do it together because we need to finish the chapter. Let's move on to the chapter. Page number 30. No more question, girls. No more question. No more question. The worksheet, everything is written there. When you go to Classera discussion, course material, you will find all the details there. I wrote when you have to submit, and you will submit it to me through Classera. Okay. Please come to page number 14. Page number 14. Ola, you are too tired, huh? Tired? You woke up early or didn't sleep? Okay. Yes? What's going on, girls? Page number 14. The destruction of Baghdad in 1258 AD. Please mute yourself. The destruction. No reading. I'm going to explain you to. I'm going to make you highlight few things. Then we will do the explanation. The destruction of Baghdad in 1258 AD. Please highlight few things. Please come to paragraph number 2. Page number 14. I will not repeat. Page number 14. Come to this paragraph. Paragraph number 2. Paragraph number 2. Okay. Please highlight Hulagu Khan brought a huge army to Baghdad. His army consisted of hundreds of thousands of well-trained and well-armed warriors. Yes, highlight. Hulagu Khan brought a huge army to Baghdad. His army consisted of hundreds of thousands of well-trained and well-armed warriors. They were all expert horsemen and archers. Hulagu brought Chinese military engines. Hulagu brought Chinese military engineers who were expert in setting up siege. I cannot hear you, whoever it is. What are you saying? Paragraph number 2. Paragraph number 2 from Hulagu Khan brought a huge army to Baghdad. His army consisted of hundreds of thousands of well-trained and well-armed warriors. They were all expert horsemen and archers. Hulagu brought Chinese military engineers who were expert in setting up siege equipment. Till here. Equipment. Okay? Sorry. What's going on? Please mute yourself. I will repeat last time. Hulagu Khan brought a huge army to Baghdad. His army consisted of hundreds of thousands of well-trained and well-armed warriors. They were all expert horsemen and archers. Hulagu brought Chinese military engineers who were expert in setting up siege equipment. Okay, I'm going to give you the question for this one. Write down the question for this.
I have a question.
Yes, read. No, I'm not talking about paragraph number 1. We are highlighting paragraph number 2. Forget paragraph 1 right now. If there is something important, I will tell you about it. Please write down the question for paragraph number 2. the question I will give you, this is the answer, okay? I'm going to write the question here. I'm going to write the question on the board. Can you all see it? Can you see the board?
Yeah, I see you. No, I see it for the future. Yeah, I can't see it. Because I cannot see the board. I cannot see the board. I was make a screenshot. Describe.
Please do not read. Please just hold on. Let me write. This is the question for the paragraph we have highlighted. Okay?
Miss, stop sharing the screen and then share it again.
Sorry?
Or maybe you should share the screen and share it again.
Okay, is it working now?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. This question is for the paragraph number 2 we have highlighted. Describe Hulagu Khan's army in Baghdad. So his army was huge, had hundreds. No, were expert in setting up siege equipment. Hola, good morning. Good morning. You need to have your lunch or breakfast. I don't know. You did? Then? Is it too boring? Social is a little boring, I know. Okay, siege equipment. Me, I am every day like that. Till 2:30. Till 2:30. And even after that. Sorry? No, I teach upper grades. 11. 9, 8, 9, 11. No. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, not coffee, but just little stretch exercise. 1, 2, 3, 4 will make you no coffee. No, not good for you. Okay, girls, listen to me. Okay, so the destruction of Baghdad in 1258. So what we are going to do is we are going to talk about how Baghdad was destroyed. Destruction, destroyed. Okay, so the destruction of Baghdad was done by who? By Mongols. Okay, so in 1258, Mongols destroyed Baghdad. Page number 14.
It's the third paragraph.
It's the first paragraph.
It is this one?
It's page 14. Please, girls, if you be quiet, you will understand what I am explaining to you. It is page 41, paragraph number 1. I am explaining paragraph number 1. Okay. Page 14, paragraph number 1. I am explaining it. Please be quiet. We do not have time. Okay, so who destroyed the Baghdad? Mongols destroyed Baghdad in 1258 AD. And it was the most catastrophic event in the history of the Islamic State. Yani, it means that it was the worst or the destructive or very bad event which destroyed the whole Baghdad. So it was in whole Islamic State. The Islamic State was so big. So the way the Baghdad was destroyed was so bad. Like in the whole complete Islamic history, you will not find something like that. What happened to Baghdad? The attack was cruel, was very cruel. They had no mercy about anyone or to anyone, towards anyone, and the attack was senseless. So two things: the attack was cruel, and the attack was senseless. Senseless. Okay. And it took many years to recover from such attack, or we can say like to get back to the normal life. Someone is writing in the chat.
Miss Max is gonna leave and then she'll again because her internet is back.
Okay. Then we have discussed how the Halaku Khan's army was. His army was really huge. Of course, Halaku Khan was the leader of Mongol whole. Yes, Vienna.
On this, what do you mean here by describe
remember we highlighted paragraph number 2. Halaku Khan's army was huge and this and that. Okay, and how his equipments were and how he took help from Chinese. So for this answer, I made the question. So when I ask you describe Halaku Khan's army in Baghdad, you will write this paragraph. Okay. So when I ask you describe Halaku Khan's army in Baghdad, so you will write the things we highlighted here. Okay.
Okay, in the text you will bring, we will study this is the things highlighted on the worksheet.
Sorry?
In the text we will study the things that are highlighted on the worksheet.
Yes, the things we are highlighting and the questions we are doing together and in the worksheet. Please erase this, whoever did it. Okay, so we know how Halaku Khan's army was. It was very big. It was. It had very well trained. They knew how to run the horse, how to ride the horse, how to fight. They were professional warriors. They know how to fight with the weapons, how to use the weapons. And they were very expert archers. They knew how to use the bow and arrow. I have explained to you before how the bow and arrow is used. And also what Halaku Khan did was he brought Chinese military, okay, and engineers, especially those engineers who are there to help people, those attackers, to fight and to use the weapon, special weapon and equipment, okay. And the catapults are those, if you know, catapults. I don't know if you know that thing which is made of a stick, and then you just pull it and throw the stones to kill the birds. This is called catapult. Catapult. Yes.
In paragraph 2, when you said describe Halaku Khan
You are lagging, Farah. You are lagging, Farah.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I said in paragraph 2, when you said describe Halaku Khan's army of that, should we write the same exact answer, or we can say what we understood from it?
Yes, you can write. If your answers are really right, I will accept it. Okay. You can even make points. Rimas. What's going on? What's going on, Rimas? Don't think I cannot see you. I can see you. Okay, so this is how Hulagu Khan's army was. And then what happened was, in 1258, Mongols, of course, under the leadership of Hulagu Khan. Hulagu Khan was the leader, and he was leading the forces of Mongols. So they gathered around, or they surrounded Baghdad in 1258 AD. They put their camps around Baghdad. Also on the both sides of the Tigris river. There is a river going in the Baghdad. Tigris river. The name of the river is Tigris river. And laid siege to the city. So they surrounded the city. Okay, so what happened was that Hulagu ordered to destroy Baghdad if the caliph did not submit to him. So this is how stupid it is, without any reason. Why the attack was senseless? This is the reason that the attack was senseless. Without any reason, Hulagu Khan wanted the caliph to give up, to surrender, to come onto his knees, just to give up, and ordered to destroy Baghdad. For what? For nothing, without any reason. He wanted to just destroy Baghdad, and he wanted to he wanted caliph to give up. Okay, so who was the caliph? Mustasim Billah. Mustasim Billah was the caliph. Okay, Caliph Mustasim Billah. Yes, I don't know how. Mustasim. Okay, you know it, how to pronounce it. Maybe I'm pronouncing it right because it's an Arabic word. Mustasim, you are saying it's Mustasim. Mustasim Billah was the caliph, and he had an army, of course. If he is the caliph, he has the army. So they tried to resist the Mongols' army. So they tried to stop the army of the Mongols so they cannot enter into the Baghdad. Then what happened? The caliph tried to negotiate. What did he try to do? He tried to settle down things, or he tried to solve the issue just by talking. To try, like for example, two people are fighting. What do? We tell them, please sit down, calm down, talk, discuss, and solve the problem. So that's what he tried. He tried to negotiate by talking, by discussing, okay, to finish the siege, the ones who have surrounded the Baghdad, Mongols especially. But the Mongols refused to submit to the authority of the he refused to submit to the authority of the Mongols. Okay. By February 10, the siege was over and the Baghdad had fallen to the Mongols. And by February 10, what happened was the siege was over and Baghdad fell to Mongols. And then 3 days later, the Mongol army entered Baghdad and proceeded to destroy the city. So on 10th February, Baghdad had fallen to the Mongols. And after 3 days, it means on 13th February, what happened? The Mongol army entered Baghdad and destroyed the whole city. Okay? They destroyed everything. And they also did what? Their caliph and his family were executed. So, they destroyed the city, they entered the city, they killed the caliph and his family. Killed, literally killed. And also they killed hundreds and thousands of citizens. The people who were living in Baghdad, they killed them. They killed the caliph. They killed his family. So the attack was literally cruel and senseless without any reason. Is there any reason why you are killing these many people? Is there any reason? Salma and Rimas, do you want me to complain about you? Or whoever is not listening, I will tell Mrs. Dalal that they do not pay attention. Okay, very good, you are focusing. Okay, you are not included. Anyone who is not focusing, I know who is not focusing. Please, this is the last warning.
Oh my God.
You are not included. Khalas. So the this is what happens when somebody disrupts. I forget what I was telling you. So the attack was very cruel. Why? Because they killed the caliph, they killed thousands and hundreds of people living in Baghdad, the citizens of Baghdad. Also, the attack was senseless. If you are attacking a country, there should be a reason for attack. There was no reason for attacking, just to capture the land, that's it. Who is sending the chat messages?
I don't know.
Okay, please leave it. No problem. If you are trying, Salma, if it's not erasable, I didn't ask you to erase. Khalas, leave it. No problem. I will. If I want to write something, I will erase it myself. Okay, just leave it. So, is it clear what happened with Baghdad? What happened with Baghdad? Why it was cruel and senseless? Sorry, I cannot hear you. Okay. No, I'm asking why the attack on Baghdad was cruel and senseless. Why it was cruel and senseless? Nobody is following me? Ola?
We are.
So, I'm asking you why the attack on Baghdad was cruel and senseless.
Because they killed the caliph and his family and
The caliph and his family and 1,000 of 100.
Okay.
because they destroyed the city
And
lot of people
yeah.
The caliph and very good. Can you please underline some things I will tell you to underline?
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Is
Yes.
it okay if I eat ice?
What?
I eat ice. Okay. Ice? Can I like let you eat ice? Thank you.
Okay, if your camera is closed already, I cannot see it, so no need to tell. Okay, so please underline the last two lines. The caliph and the Mongol army entered Baghdad and proceeded to destroy the city. Please underline this. The third line, the last third line of the paragraph.
Are you on page 14?
Yes, I'm on page 14. Underline from the last third line.
14, yeah, Master, page 14. The caliph and the family were executed.
Please be quiet so you can understand. I will not repeat. Khalas. Be quiet. Enough talking. Page number 14, paragraph number 3. The biggest paragraph above the picture. Line number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. From line number 7. Remove 3 days later. Underline from the Mongol army entered Baghdad and proceeded to destroy the city. The caliph and his family were executed along with hundreds of thousands of citizens. Got it now?
Yeah.
Of course you will get it because you all talking, nobody can understand. So when you are all quiet, we can understand what we are talking about. Anyway. So I will move to page number 15 now, and they are talking about Rashiduddin al-Hamdani. Okay, Hamdani. Rashiduddin al-Hamdani. Okay, Hamadani. Rashiduddin al-Hamadani. Okay, who was he? He was a famous historian at that time. Who are historians? Historians are those people who write about Okay, so he wrote about the destruction of Baghdad by the Mongols, and they ask you to read this in the box. He wrote in the 13th century. So what did he write about the attack? Who is this? Too much background noise. Please mute yourself, your younger brother and sisters. Okay, so what did he write? Rashiduddin al-Hamadani. He wrote that together with them, two high officials and the army leader of Baghdad, the Baghdad army decided to withdraw, and much of the population hoped in this way to be saved. However, they were divided up between the 1,110-man units of the Mongolian army and were killed. Those who remained in the city dispersed and hid themselves beneath the earth and underneath the baths. So the same thing we have discussed, how with the high officials and the army leaders of the Baghdad how they decided to withdraw, how they decided to not to fight with Mongols, or how not to have all this much destruction. Okay, but there was nothing much could be done, and the population couldn't be saved. And how many people died? Thousands and hundreds of men and women died by the Mongolian army, and those who remained in the city, they dispersed themselves. It means dispersed themselves means they just went any place they could. They just ran away and they hid themselves beneath the earth. Beneath the earth, maybe they dig some holes and they hid themselves, or underneath the baths. The baths, they were made like a huge pool or something. They hid in that one. So this is what is written by the famous historian in 13th century. And then the historians made the estimate how many people were killed by Mongols. Imagine how many people were killed by Mongols. 100,000, right? Can you all see the figure, the numbers? How many people were killed? And between, very good. So 100,000 and million people in Baghdad were killed by Mongols in this stupid attack. The attack was senseless and cruel, that's why. We are on page number 15, page 15, page 15. We are on page 15. And the city was also destroyed, which is why we can see so few remains of the buildings of the golden age of Islam in Baghdad today. So this is the reason. When Baghdad was destroyed, it was destroyed completely. Nothing was left from Baghdad. Anything was there, they destroyed it. They killed people, they destroyed the building. Please mute yourself. Who is it in the background? Too much of destruction. Okay, please highlight the line. Please highlight this from here. Page number 15. Page number 15, line number 2. From this paragraph, under this box, line number 2. I will explain. Please be quiet. Page number 15, line number 2, the city was also destroyed, which is why we can see so few remains of the building of the golden age of Islam in Baghdad today. The city was also destroyed, which is why we can see so few remains of the buildings of the golden age of Islam in Baghdad today. Got it?
Okay, Miss, I will go to the bathroom.
Okay. So what does it mean? What was the golden age? Do you remember?
Like this?
Yes, of course. Why I'm telling you.
Yes.
The city was also destroyed, which is why we can see so few remains of the buildings of the golden age of Islam in Baghdad today. What is golden age? Do you remember? We talked about it in previous lessons. Golden age was? Perfect year, like how? It was Baghdad was the center of education and knowledge and research, remember? And scholarship, remember? Everyone was coming to study in Baghdad. All the scientific research were done in Baghdad. It was the main center of Islamic education, or the knowledge, or the information, or education. Science, arts, architecture, everything. Education. Okay, Ola? Okay? Okay? So, when the city was destroyed, what happened was, there were only few buildings were remained of the golden age, which was the... Look, when something is destroyed, when a city is destroyed, nothing remains. So when Mongols attacked, they even destroyed the mosque, masjid. They even destroyed the libraries. They even destroyed other buildings, or they burned it. Sorry? Are you saying? Exactly, they were stupid, because why they did it? Mongols were illiterate. I told you in the beginning, Mongols, those Chinese, those Chinese, they didn't have any education. They didn't know how to read and write. If I tell you, read A, B, C, D, E, F, G, you can read. You will say, yes, I know, miss, I know how to read. But Mongols, they were illiterate. They didn't know how to read or write. If I tell Mongol, read and write A, B, C, what is written, they'll say, no, I don't know how to read or how to write. Sorry, I am illiterate, okay? So no, they didn't learn English. Who said they learn English? No, I'm just giving you an example, not in reality. It's in 13th century. That time, of course not. They would, if look, the Mongols are from the part of Chinese. If they knew how to read and write, they must know writing Chinese or something in their own language. Imagine a person who has no understanding of reading, writing, or cannot read or write or understand, what he will think. He will have no value of masjid. He will not have no value of books, libraries. They will of course destroy it. Right or wrong? If you know the value, of this book, how important this book is and the information it has, because you can read and you can write. So will you be like, okay, I want to tear this, I want to burn this book? Will you say this? Of course not. Of course not. Only, yes, I know, only the person who doesn't know what information it has and how important the information is, and the masjid, who will burn or who will destroy masjid? Nobody. Only an illiterate person. Or who will burn the library or the masjid? Only the illiterate. So Mongols were illiterate. So that's why, okay? And they even burned the famous library, the Bayt al-Hikmah, the house of wisdom. Okay, I still have 1 minute. Okay, girls? So, page number 16, 17, 18, 19, you are reading. Okay, 16, 17, 18, 19, you are reading at home.
What?
Yes. Yes, just reading. Just reading.